Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts. There's a lot to cover. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures have rolled over a little bit this morning, coming back basically down to the flat line. Futures were much higher this morning, around 7 o'clock, even 6 a.m., much higher. However, they have rolled over a little bit, and there's a couple of reasons why. We'll talk about that in a moment, but the primary reason, obviously, is the U.S. dollar index has begun to strengthen a little bit. Whenever the U.S. dollar index begins to strengthen, you can see the markets roll over. They will tell you, or the media will tell you at least, that it's corporate earnings. Some stocks warned, and that's the reason for the rollover in the futures. But the truth of the matter is, the dollar is moving higher, and that's all you need to really know about what's going on. Take a look at the dollar. First off, look at this level here, 6 o'clock, 640. 7 o'clock, 720, the market tops out. Take a look at the U.S. dollar index right here. U.S. dollar index puts a low in at 630, bottoms out 720, makes a higher low, and starts to move higher. Hence, you see the futures rolling over. Now, if this dollar comes right back down, futures are going to go right back up. You don't really need to pay attention to any of this European news or jargon that's coming out. There's so much coming out, and it's all nonsense, that you can't really make heads or tails about it. All you could do is watch the dollar. If the dollar moves lower, the markets will move higher. Yesterday was the same affair. Dollar moved lower, markets moved higher. That's all it comes down to. Right now, oil is having a big day today. Brent, I believe WTI crude's up $2.60. Now, take a look at the USO. Oil's moved up. Now the dollar's moving higher, and you see oil starting to go lower. It's starting to trade down. So that's all you have to watch for. The president is probably going to get a new task force to find out why oil and gasoline are going up. Meanwhile, all he's got to do is look at the U.S. dollar index. That's all you got to do. It's right there for everybody to see. It's plain in everybody's sight, but yet nobody will talk about it. I think I'm probably one of the few people that will hit upon the dollar. And it's all this is. It's just an inverse trade to the U.S. dollar index. All right, let's move forward. Couple of things to talk about quickly. Last night, the Asian markets were up sharply. Again, I don't want to say they were up sharply because you did have Australia down a little bit, about 0.6%. The Nikkei 225 was down about at 1%. However, the Hang Seng was up 1%, and the Shanghai was up 1.6%, which is a very good move. And then you had the Indian markets, which we follow the Sensex, and that was up 1.86%. So very good move out of India and out of China last night. So those ADRs may hold up well today if the U.S. markets can hold up well. All of the stock markets are extended at this point. Therefore, unless the U.S. markets do well, the Asian ADRs will not hold up. So again, be a little bit cautious on jumping on those Asian ADRs this morning. I know it's a good trade, and we trade that a lot, but be a little bit careful here this morning, just in case the U.S. markets start to pull back. I'm not sure that they will. They seem to be in euphoric mode, and the dollar seems to get to lose value each and every day. So as long as the dollar trades lower, the markets will do better, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how that plays out. Okay, a couple of other things to talk about. Netflix reported earnings yesterday after the bell. The stock is just getting trampled this morning. To be honest, I'd have to go way back and look at this chart to see when this stock really has a major support level. I'm really thinking it's a $50 stock at this point. Sure, you'll get some pit stops around here, maybe $75. There looks to be a little bit of support. But really, when you look at it, the stock wants to go to $65 and then ultimately $50. Netflix is a broken name right now. I hate to say that. I'm sure that the company is, a good company, but nonetheless, the stock is broken at the moment. So be very careful with Netflix. Stock's down over 40 points this morning, and really, there's not a lot of light in sight here. 3M reported earnings as well this morning. The stock really is taking a little bit of a hit from 82 down to 77. They guided lower. They said there's a weak economy. They're uncertain. Now, on the flip side, I believe 3M. However, DuPont just said the opposite, okay? And DuPont's trading at 46.70 this morning. So this is all we can make of this, little debacle going on here. But some companies are saying things are weak. Other companies are saying, oh, things are fabulous. Who knows with the accounting rules? Who knows? Just follow the market. In my opinion, you follow the dollar. The dollar will tell you everything you need to know. When the U.S. dollar index trades lower, the markets inflate and trade higher. When the U.S. dollar index trades higher, the markets obviously will deflate and trade lower. Let's take a look at some banks here. European banks. We're going to start with Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is trading a little bit higher. Yesterday closed at $39.72 per share. Today it's trading at $40.70. So catching a bid. UBS also reported earnings. Who knows about this accounting? But nonetheless, that's the way the banks have it these days. They can make Enron look legitimate legally. Here you have UBS trading up to $13 a share, so a decent little pop there. I wouldn't expect all too much more out of UBS. Maybe 13 and a quarter, 13.50, but I really don't think the stock has all that much juice left in it. But we'll see. You never know. The European bailout could ultimately help lift these stocks higher, I suppose. Amazon will be reporting earnings today after the bell. This is a big tech company, big retail company. You name it, they've got it. Amazon, good stock. Right now, the stock is holding steady Eddie at looks to be around $237.35. Basically, just a little bit lower than where it closed yesterday by about 30 cents. What you got to watch for is a pre-run up into earnings. So we'll see if the stock does catch a bid, but keep that one on the radar. As Amazon is likely to catch a bid ahead of earnings as long as the market holds up. If the market doesn't hold up, then Amazon could be, maybe pull back a little bit. I don't expect a lot from Amazon on the downside as long as there's earnings after the bell. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD is catching a little bit of a bid this morning. Closed at 161.02, trading at 161.28. I really just don't see anything great for GLD at the moment. SLV, same picture here. Closed at 30.87 yesterday, trading at 30.84. Really no change, holding steady. The positive you can make for silver and for gold is that they have, let me just get rid of these lines so you can see, is that they made higher lows. Higher lows, that could be a short-term positive, but the action is weak. Very, very poor action on the upside. No real volume, no real breakouts. So you got to be a little bit careful there. We do have the Case-Shiller home index being reported. I should be out just a moment here, so again, watch for that. That will be out this morning, and we'll just see how everything plays out. That's the only real market-moving event that I can really see here. I don't even know if it will have much of an effect. As for Europe, I really couldn't tell you what's going on anymore. Italy is involved, France is involved, Germany doesn't want it one way, doesn't want the rules one way, and it's still a disaster. They're supposedly having an answer by Thursday. I just don't see it happening, but in any case, we'll see how that plays out. I don't want to get too stuck in the mud here with this market. Basically, we just got to take it one day at a time. The market's had a huge rally since October 4th. I mean, basically, it goes up 1% every day if you do the math. It's just a tremendous move for the markets. Overextended, overbought, no question about it. Where does the pullback come in? Where does it happen? That's going to be the big question. We have to watch for consumer confidence today at 10 o'clock. Also, you're going to have, I believe, some FHFA housing price index at 10 o'clock. None of these are market movers, in my opinion. None of these are market movers. But nonetheless, we'll see if it does have some effect. Again, to me, it's all about the U.S. dollar index, plain and simple. If the dollar starts to pull back, all you're going to do is watch for the markets to move up. The dollar surges, the markets are going to come down. That's all you need to know. The rest of it, you could really just is really just noise, in my opinion. Until this relationship ends and it's no longer in play, we have to respect it because it's the only relationship worth looking at, in my opinion. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day. Those of you in the chat room, we'll see you on the microphone at 9:30. Take care, everyone.